I could have pushed out just another video this week. Honestly, that would have been part of the problem. You see, something shifted on this channel after the last few episodes, particularly the one on the Jamaica resort worker, as well as the video about moving to the Dominican Republic and lifting the veil on what influencers were saying. If I'm honest, the shift also started happening last year when I was talking about my experiences living abroad in the Dominican Republic and in Belize in a way that no other video really does, the pros and the cons, because I had been in both for a significant amount of time and because I've lived abroad for most of my life. So I looked at the numbers for the last few months, particularly for 2026. The data speaks loudly. The two investigative videos of this year, the one on labor and then the one on influencer culture, both of which touch tourism and travel, drove 12 times more growth for this channel and more engagement than anything else so far. And I want to show you the grid while we're at it so you can see for yourself the analytics, which is really people speaking, saying, this is interesting to me. So thousands of you showed up for those conversations and I'm paying attention. Now, my take is most of you are showing up here, not just looking for surface travel content, for just another move abroad channel. What you were no doubt looking for was the reporting. The reality is that doing quick travel takes just to keep up with a schedule and an algorithm doesn't produce the same meaningful type of content. So the stories I'm really committed to telling and focusing on more moving forward are the reported ones that everyone here is appreciating and learning from. Investigative tourism, issues that surround money, labor, culture, power, and what gets left out, what the press isn't covering, what you're not hearing about when it comes to certain countries or destinations. And deeper intelligence on the places that you're interested in moving to, that people are moving to, looking at both the benefits, but also the realities on the ground of relocating somewhere. And to be honest, both of those pillars have everything in common, right? They're doing the same kind of work. They're looking past the marketing, past the promises, past the surface content, and digging deeper into the world that we live in and how we're impacting it and how it's impacting us as far as our decisions to either travel or move. It tells you what you're stepping into. And that kind of reporting takes time. I was almost nervous making this video telling you this, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying that the research, the fact-checking, the sourcing, the legal eye that I put on my content, all of that takes so much time and none of it can happen on a weekly content schedule. That's just the reality that I've come to accept and that I wanted to be transparent with you about. And so instead of pretending that I have this polished episode ready for you today, I thought, let me talk about what is happening on this channel because I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it. And so just to reassure you that I'm here to produce the good work, it's just going to take the investment of time to do that, and YouTube's weekly algorithm just doesn't really work for that. So you know what they say, right? Be careful what you wish for, because actually when I started this channel, my wish was to bring meaningful travel content. When I had these voices telling me, like, you sure people are even going to be interested? They probably just want vapid vacation content and whatnot, and you all proved me wrong. So it's great news, actually. My aim was always to help you make better decisions because I know the inside of travel and tourism. I've lived abroad more than half of my life, and I've lived across cultures as well. So that is why I created this channel. And so to now see that there is an interest is very rewarding. And I want to just express that gratitude to you all for being here throughout and for showing me what you're interested in, because the data definitely shows what it is. The next step, for example, is where your all-inclusive money goes when you vacation in Jamaica at an all-inclusive resort. That one has been in the works, as you know, and I have been researching, sourcing, fact-checking, and I have learned a lot myself, even though I thought I knew the model pretty well. So I think you'll be very interested to hear what comes out of that, and it will be part one. There will be a follow-up part two. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks, looking at who earns, who gets left out, and why that matters for anybody who travels to Jamaica. It's a model also, as you know, that's pervasive in other parts of the Caribbean. And remember, that's what I said I would bring to you after I interviewed Michael Downer on working in an all-inclusive in Jamaica. So just to be clear, that's where we're headed. Conscious relocation, conscious tourism, and the underreported stories that are shaping how you and I move in the world. For those of you who are here because you are planning to move abroad at some point in the near or far future, I am working on a practical guide on how to vet a country like a journalist before you uproot your life. A balanced perspective and a framework that has come out of my experience living abroad in multiple countries in the Caribbean, in Europe, in Africa. So look out for that. I'm still shaping it. If you have any questions that you would like answered or addressed in it, let me know. It's going to be very easy to read, very easy to apply, and full of practical and honest advice in today's context. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here as the work evolves. Thank you for encouraging this next phase of the channel. I really mean it. It's been an incredible past 2.5 years here on YouTube, bringing these stories forward and realizing that actually in-depth content, there's room for it. There's interest, and I can't wait to bring you more. Thank you so much and have a lovely Sunday. And look out for the Jamaica episode coming up in the next 2 weeks.